Steam has thousands of free games, but most of them you've probably never even heard of. So I went digging and put together a list of 50 free Steam games that flew under the radar, starting with Knight's Path the Tournament, where you drop into a medieval RPG where everything's centered around tournament duels. You start with nothing, build up your gear, and face off against 11 fighters, each with their own style. Win rounds, earn coins, upgrade weapons or armor, then fight again. Number 2 is Goblin Gearshop. In this one, you play as a little goblin running your own gear making workshop. Swords, shields, potions, you're crafting it all for a non-stop wave of customers. You're juggling orders, tossing items across the shop, and trying not to set anything on fire. Number 3 is the big catch Tacklebox. This is a free demo for an upcoming game, but it honestly feels like its own full-on platformer. You play as Tackle, a rookie trying to prove himself in a world where fishing and platforming somehow go hand in hand. It's got smooth movement, creative level design, and a fun mix of jumping, dashing, and reeling in fish. Whether or not you play the full game later, this demo already slaps on its own. Number 4 is Nirvana, a fast-paced bullet hell FPS where you're wielding supernatural powers. You'll be fighting mystical beasts, exploring sacred temples and crypts, and collecting artifacts to strengthen yourself for the ultimate showdown. Number 5 is Gravulse Experimental, a gravity-bending lab filled with physics puzzles that literally flip your world. You can walk on walls and ceilings, use gravity panels, and watch the environment rearrange itself around you. Number 6 is The Local. This one's for the movement junkies. The Local is a fast-paced parkour game inspired by surf and b-hop. You've got rail grinding, wall running, sliding, and bunny hopping. There's 5 different game modes including time trials, free roam, and even multiplayer infection and capture the flag. Number 7 is MouseVentures, where you play as Fifo, a tiny stuffed mouse brought to life who dives into magical storybooks to help out fairy tale characters. You'll solve puzzles, meet a swordless prince, rescue a bunny, and explore some charming handcrafted worlds. Number 8 is Songs from the Iron Sea. You wake up underwater as a curious creature. You float through haunting seascapes guided only by a soft voice echoing in your head. You'll platform across shifting metallic debris and rusty pipes, piecing together an emotional, poetic narrative. Number 9 is Outpost, a top-down survival game where you build a base, fight off enemies, and try to survive as many nights as possible. Each run starts in a random season, so you'll need to adapt your strategy every time. Number 10 is the Pentest, a first-person puzzle game where you're basically a sci-fi hacker running a security audit on a space station. You'll analyze defenses, solve logic puzzles, hack systems, mess with gravity, and find clever ways to break through the base's protections. Number 11 is Lake Minnewaska, a narrative-driven first-person fishing game with way more heart than you'd expect. You play as Sosa, exploring a mysterious lake, fishing up strange creatures, and trying to reconnect with his daughter. Number 12 is Gravebound, a first-person arena roguelike where you blast through waves of magical enemies while leveling up your spells and gear. You're trapped inside Dark Willow Crypt, unlocking new arenas, stacking upgrades, and trying to outlast the chaos. Number 13, Captain CigArrr, a third-person naval roguelike where you sail around colorful maps, blast enemies, and complete objectives to keep the run going. Each round earns you gold, which you can spend on upgrades between battles, and every island has something new to fight or loot. Number 14, Batography. This one's a cozy little gem where you play as a curious bat trying to snap the perfect photo of the moon. You'll climb, glide, and snap pictures through a sleepy little nighttime town, helping sassy animal neighbors along the way. Number 15 is Moose Lost in the Woods. This one drops you into a colorful forest as a clumsy little moose on a cozy solo adventure. There's no dialogue, just pure exploration. You'll leap, bounce, and splash through handcrafted Swedish landscapes while collecting pine cones, trading goodies, and rocking different hats. Number 16, Cardeneer. Cardeneer lets you build your own card games from scratch or dive into ones the community has already made. It's got a full editor where you can design cards, abilities, rules, and layouts using your own art. Number 17, Wizzerd Quest. Wizzerd Quest is a bite-sized open-world RPG that feels like it crawled straight out of the 90s. You've got co-op, 12 handcrafted dungeons, 6 classes, and even the ability to barter with farm animals. It's goofy, nostalgic, and packed with charm. Number 18, Kona and Snowrabbit. Kona and Snowrabbit is a lighthearted top-down shooter where you freeze enemies with ice bullets, then smash them apart with a hammer. You'll dash through stage-based levels, dodge enemy attacks, and take on weird bosses. Number 19, Coral Cove, a laid-back underwater strategy game where you build a reef one tile at a time. You'll place coral pieces, manage limited resources, and protect your reef from hazards as it grows. It's a calm and peaceful game on the surface, but there's just enough strategy underneath to keep you hooked. Number 20, Exit 2, a multiplayer horror game where it's survivors versus monsters. One team's running around grabbing keys and trying to escape, while one player takes control of the monster hunting them down. Number 21, Masquerade. Masquerade throws you into to a surreal 3D theater where Romeo's trying to save Juliet, who's been turned into a puppet. It's a full voice-acted, puzzle-driven adventure with rotating sets, eerie lighting, and a mysterious narrator guiding the show. Number 22, ELECTROBASIS, where you're a fallen angel who crash lands into a busted-up casino full of weird residents and heavenly chaos. It's a dialogue-heavy 3D adventure with puzzle quests and light platforming. You'll be flipping switches, solving problems, restoring power, and maybe uncovering some biblical weirdness along the way. Number 23, Voice of the Ocean, where you play as a newborn mermaid in a sunken world guided only by the power of your voice. It's a slow, emotional underwater journey where you literally sing into your mic to uncover the past, hitting the right notes to charm fish, move objects, and unlock ancient secrets. Number 24, Grabity, a chaotic couch multiplayer at its finest. You and up to 3 friends play as robots in side view arenas using grab guns to hurl crates, debris, and anything you can get your hands on. It's simple, hectic, and perfect for some loud co-op fun. Number 25, Shotgun Witch, where you play as a witch with a double barrel shotgun and you have a single goal: get your spellbook back. Enemies swarm from every angle and all you've got to do is run, dash, and shoot. It's got a story mode if you want a goal, and it also has an infinite mode. Number 26, Playback Loop. This one messes with your brain, in a good way. Playback Loop is a first-person puzzle game where you record your own actions, then work alongside your past selves to solve each level. Stack recordings, cooperate with your own echoes, and slowly piece together each solution. Before we keep going, let me put you on to something that isn't a free hidden game, but will save you a ton of money on the ones that aren't free. It's called Instant Gaming, and it's basically like a cheat code for your wallet. On Instant Gaming, you'll find wild discounts on game keys for PC, PlayStation, Xbox, and Nintendo. I'm talking 60% off, 80% off, and sometimes almost 100% off. When you find a game you want, you just buy the key, redeem it, and then head over to the platform you bought it for and paste it in. It's that easy. There's no subscription, no weird hoops, just cheap games instantly. So check the link down below, save some money, and maybe finally grab that game you've been putting off. Big thanks to Instant Gaming for sponsoring this video. Now let's get back to the free games. Number 27, 45. 45 blends Wild West shootouts with roguelike deck building. You collect cards that act as bullets, then load them into a revolver to take down enemies. Each bullet has a unique effect, so it's not just about what you shoot, but how you load your deck. It's all about building combos, planning rotations, and becoming a straight-up outlaw legend. Number 28, Microbial Sector, a first-person horror game where you're a broke researcher starting your first day on the job, and it's immediately clear something's off. You'll operate machines, uncover unsettling secrets, and try to make it out with your sanity intact. Number 29, Roberto el Lagarto, where you play as Roberto the Lizard, a tiny but slick master thief sneaking through a museum packed with guards, cameras, and clueless visitors. Use your sneaky abilities like sprinting, turning invisible, or even throwing bubblegum to slow down enemies while you snatch treasures. Number 30, Phoning Home. Stranded on an alien planet, you and your companion robot must find a way to contact home while surviving everything the world throws against you. As the story unfolds, you'll craft tools, discover secrets, and face challenges that test both your logic and grit. Number 31 is Space Hat, where you play as a cyber bounty hunter with a teleporting hat and an itch for violence. One second you're gunning down cartel goons, the next you're bouncing off walls trying to land a perfect slide kick into a headshot. It's fast, flashy, and built for speedrunning freaks who want that adrenaline. Number 32, LAVALAMP. LAVALAMP is like stepping into a walking sim on acid. You explore weird, glitchy dimensions, click on stuff that makes noise, and learn about the importance of breakfast. It's short, psychedelic, and filled with cereal, cosmic weirdness, and a surprising amount of soul. Number 33, Moonrunner. Moonrunner drops you on a lonely lunar outpost with a to-do list full of broken modules, weird monoliths, and alien corruption bubbling under the surface. You're scavenging gear, upgrading your rig, and try not to die while navigating this eerie moon chunk. Number 34, Oh Bugger. In Oh Bugger, you're a mech-suited exterminator cleaning out alien infestations from a luxury space hotel. You've got a minigun that transforms into a shotgun, neon-lit hallways full of bugs to splatter, and a retro-futuristic vibe. Number 35, Iron Mandate. Iron Mandate is a steampunk roguelike where you pilot massive mechanical worms called juggernauts in brutal side-scrolling battles. You'll fight for the throne with over 30 weapons, multiple upgrade paths, and prove your worth across more than 20 challenges. Number 36 is Pale Abyss. Pale Abyss is a first-person action RPG that drops you into a cursed chasm chasm filled with lost magic, forgotten tech, and things that were never meant to be found. It's got that old school dungeon crawler feel with melee combat, spooky ambient vibes, and branching influence paths that shape your powers. Number 37 is Moral Dilemma: The Interview, where it's your big interview. The position, Moral Dilemma judge. The office, haunted by talking chairs, glitchy hallways, and a suspiciously cheerful narrator who definitely isn't trying to kill you. It's a fourth wall breaking narrative game filled with trolley problems, IQ tests, and more than a few psychological red flags. Number 38, Pio, a dreamy 3D action platformer where you play as a faintly glowing star on a quest to shine brighter than the rest. Every bullet you fire doubles as terrain. Shoot too much and the ground beneath you disappears. Hold back and you'll have to dodge relentless enemies with limited firepower. Number 39, Go-Go Hamster Chef. You're a hamster chef zipping around the village on a scooter, gathering ingredients, cooking dishes, and delivering meals to your animal friends. But behind the cheerful music and food puns, something feels off. The vibes start to shift and you'll definitely start questioning things. Number 40, Project Shoreline. In this cozy little cleanup sim, you play as a fish mouse creature armed with a trusty water gun and a mission to restore a beach that's been absolutely wrecked. You'll wash grime off coral, scrub down rocks, and bring color back to a grayed out world one bubble spray at a time. Number 41, ENSCROLL, where you're a freshly graduated mage saddled with a massive student loan, and the only way out is to start selling spells. You'll juggle weird requests, experiment with over 30 spell combos, and manage your growing debt one scroll at a time. It's chill, clever, and surprisingly relatable if you've ever panicked about loan payments. Number 42, Fifo's Night. Fifo's Night is a spooky little 3D platformer that drops you into a haunted candy mansion. You play as a ghost named Fifo, waking up to find that magical candies keeping the peace have vanished. What follows is a mix of puzzle solving, boss fighting, and candy recovering across giant detailed levels. Number 43, Wretched Depths. Wretched Depths is what happens when you mix cozy fishing with creeping dread. You're Sam, casting lines into a mysterious lake while the town around you starts acting off. Sell your fish, upgrade your gear, and keep diving deeper, but just know the further down you go, the stranger things get. Number 44, Escape from Castle Claymount. You've been locked in a claymation castle by an evil wizard, and the king is nowhere to be found. Escape from Castle Claymount is a point-and-click adventure with handcrafted visuals, hidden puzzles, and a weird little cast of prisoners who might help you break out. Explore every room, solve clever logic puzzles, and try not to get caught while figuring your way out of this delightfully odd prison break. Number 45, Republique. Republique flips the stealth genre on its head. You're not the one sneaking, you're the one guiding. You help a girl named Hope escape a dystopian regime by hacking cameras, unlocking doors, and navigating her through a world built on control and surveillance. It's moody, cyberpunk, and surprisingly tense as you orchestrate every step from behind the scenes. Number 46, Ignited Entry, a psychological horror game where you play as a firefighter haunted by the family you couldn't save. You're drawn back to the scene of the fire, but things aren't what they seem. Voice acting, eerie dreamlike visuals, and full-length storytelling turn this into a slow-burning descent into guilt, grief, and something way darker. Number 47 is -256, where you wake up in a weird pixel hotel lobby with no context and no clue what's going on. It's a short and surreal mystery walking sim where you complete random tasks, explore glitchy spaces, and try to piece together something. Number 48, Shiner. Shiner is a turn-based strategy game where the only way to get stronger is to get punched. Literally. Every attack used against you becomes one you can learn and use, turning you into a little tank of destruction. You'll meet and fight a weird cast of fully voice-acted characters while hunting down the bully who wronged you. Number 49, Screwdrivers, where you build ridiculous cars out of gears, engines, and scrap, and then race them like your life depends on it. It's physics-based, and half the fun is watching your creations fall apart mid-race. It's also got a multiplayer mode where you can race your friends. And number 50 is Laser Lab, a clean little 3D puzzle game where you're stuck in a lab filled with deadly lasers. The only way out is to redirect the beams using blocks and mirrors to open your escape route. It's short, simple, and surprisingly satisfying. And that wraps up today's video. If any of these games interested you, I have the entire list in the description with a link to each one's Steam page. Thank you so much for watching.